So we're going to continue on with our Multiply series. This is going to be week 3 of it, and tonight Miss Emma Edgar is going to be speaking. So give it up for Emma as she comes up here tonight. Gotta take a selfie?
No,
Is that what it was?
I was texting this
Okay.
I'm sorry.
She's texting in church, that's all.
I'm sorry. It's about altar, so it's okay. Okay. Hi. Sorry. So tonight I want to start with a story. And it's a story we've all heard before because Scotty likes to tell it a lot. But I'm going to tell you a different side of the story. So the part that everybody knows and that Scotty likes to tell is from the 7th to the 12th grade, I've given $15,000 to speed light. We all know that. Yay. The part I want to tell you is how it all started. And there's a big reason why I'm telling you this, so please keep up, or at least listen a little bit. So when I was in the 7th grade, Scotty was talking about speed the light, as he does, because it's very important. But he was challenging us and saying, what does God want you to give to speed the light this year? And I was praying in the corner back there before the couch got moved back there. You shouldn't have done that, that was my corner. But it's okay. And God said, you're going to give $1,000. I said, okay, sure. And he said, this is how you're going to do it. And I said, I'm going to need a lot of help with that because I definitely cannot do that. And he goes, you're going to bake cookies and you're going to give $1,000. Okay, sure. So the next day I went and told my grandmother, hey, this is the plan. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to make cookies. We're going to raise this much money. It's going to be great. She was like, okay, you need to talk to Papa because he's the one that makes the cookies and he can actually help you with that. So I went and told Papa, and of course he helped me, and you know the rest of the story. We sell cookies every year and we make lots of money. Thank you all for buying as well. But who would have thought? I didn't think in the 7th grade that one conversation with my grandparents would lead to this big thing that we do every year. But this is why it happened. Because I said yes to God for the first time, God multiplied not only my money, but he also multiplied how much I would sacrifice every year. And that's what he wants to do with all of us. He wants to multiply our sacrifices. I also tell you this because God, yes, he's going to ask us to sacrifice, but it's not always going to be comfortable. Because who really thinks, raise your hand if you think that was comfortable for me to make cookies for hours and hours and hours and keep up with all the money. You were wrong. You were very wrong. That was very, very stressful at lots of times because I had lots of money to keep up with, and I'm not very good at math sometimes, or counting money, but we figured it out. But you know who else knew that God sacrificing wasn't comfortable, or sacrificing for God wasn't comfortable? Abraham. So his story, I like his story a lot, it's a really good story, but I'm going to read from Genesis 12, 1 through 4, and it says, the Lord said to Abraham, leave your native country, your relatives, your father's family, and go to a land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, I will bless you and make you famous, and you will be a blessing to others. I will bless those who bless you, and curse those who treat you with contempt. All the families on earth will be blessed through you. So Abraham departed as the Lord had instructed, and Lot went with him. Abraham was 75 years old when he left Haran. See, God told Abraham, you're going to leave, but I'm not going to tell you exactly where you're going. I'm not going to go, okay, you're going to go 20 miles that way. No, he said, I'm going to show you where to go. You just got to follow me blindly and faithfully. And Abraham said, okay, let's go. First of all, what? No. Me personally, you're going to go here. But God said, I'm going to show you where to go, and you just got to follow me. And Abraham was okay. And you got to know that was not comfortable for Abraham, I think for 2 reasons. First, he had to tell his wife that, hey, I don't know where we're going to go, but we're leaving everything we know. He had to tell his wife that. No. Because if my future husband, never told me that, I would have been like, are you crazy? Like, what? What is happening? No. I'm going to need confirmation. God, please tell me that too. But it's fine. He also, people were going to tell him, you should not do that. Why are you doing this? Just because God said that? Are you sure God told you to leave this place? Really? But he didn't care what people said about him. All he cared was what God told him to do, and he went and he did it. So just like Abraham, our giving, our sacrifices, is going to move us out of comfortable places. Because if our giving and our sacrifices don't move us out of comfortable places, probably not an actual sacrifice. Sorry, but it's probably not. Because do you think it was comfortable for Abraham to sacrifice Isaac? Or do you think it was comfortable for Moses to sacrifice his life when he went back to Egypt to get his people? Or do you think it was comfortable for God to sacrifice his son for all of us, knowing that we might not love him, knowing we might not accept him? Just asking. Like, do you think that was comfortable? Probably not. And yes, it might not always be comfortable, but your sacrifice will always be blessed, and it'll always bless other people as well. See, and I'm going to say this real quick. The things that you can do, your abilities, your talents, you can play sports, you can sing, you can do video games, I don't know what other people do. If you can do something well, God gave you that gift. You can speak well, yeah, God gave you that. You can play a sport, yeah, God gave you that ability to do that. So God didn't give it to us to use it selfishly, just to keep it inside. He gave it to us so that we could bless others with our talents and with our abilities. See, if you can sing, okay, sing worship songs, sing on the worship team, sing wherever you sing. I don't know, but sing worship songs. If you can speak well, preach. Tell your friends. If you're not scared and you're an extrovert, go and just tell everybody that you like to talk to, because extroverts like to do that. If you're good at making videos on TikTok, because some people are, I'm not one of those people, but some people are. Allie is good at making TikToks. They're very funny. Make Christian ones, post them, and people learn about Jesus. But that's for everybody. If you make TikToks, do that. Whatever you're good at, do it for Jesus. Okay, because we're all good at something. Even if it's not something like, okay, I can't sing very well, but I'm on a sports team. Okay, you're with people that need to know about Jesus. So share Jesus with them. So use your gifts and abilities because God has given these to us. God uses our strengths and He uses our weaknesses to share His word. And we just have to be willing to allow Him to do that. And sometimes it is scary and it's definitely not comfortable, but if you're going to follow Jesus, His main rule is to make disciples of Him. That was His last words on earth. He said, make disciples of all nations. It's pretty important if that's the last thing He said. And then He went up and descended until He comes back. That's pretty important. So that's what we should do. My final point for tonight is our sacrifices are going to not be comfortable, correct? They're going to bless others, but they're going to bless other generations. It's a generational thing. What I mean by this is it'll impact more than the first person you tell. If Allie told somebody tonight about Jesus and it saved their lives, that person would then go tell their families, right? And tell their friends. So it impacts more than just one person, more than just one generation. And see, I like this story. I got told this story today, actually, and I added it into my sermon because I thought it was really good. It's about this man, or it's about this missionary, sorry. His name was Nate Saint, and he was a missionary to Ecuador. And as him and one of his friends was traveling through the jungle one day, they got killed by this tribe. And part of one man from the rescue unit, because they had to send out a search party, because they didn't know where they went. They had to send out a search party to go and find them. And one of the young boys that were on this search party was a part of the tribe that killed these men. And he was going to look for somebody. We don't know if he knew that they had been killed by his tribe. We don't know. But the young boy was from his tribe. And because of what Nate did, and because of Nate's wife, who kept preaching the gospel and kept spreading Nate's legacy, because of what they did, that young boy got saved. And then that young boy went and told his family and his friends, and they got saved, right? And today, to this day, that young boy that was part of the tribe that had killed these two men is the chief of the tribe, which means he's the very top. He's like the very, very top of this tribe. And he allows missionaries to come and preach the gospel because he believes in Jesus Christ and he believes in the word of Jesus Christ. So because Nate was willing to sacrifice not only his talents and to preach and to speak good. He was willing to sacrifice his life to spread the word of Jesus. Who can say they are willing to do that? No? No way. Okay. Well, I'm just asking. But we should be willing. Maybe not to just go to another country, because not all of us are called to do that. But we should be willing to go tell our friends on our team, go tell our friends in school, go tell our parents, go tell our family that's not saved. We should be willing to go and do that because we need to. Because we need to spread the love of Jesus. And yes, it's going to be sacrifice. And it's not always sacrificing where you're going to go. But it could be sacrificing your time. Sacrifice your time to come to the church and help make meals for March Madness. I don't know, Madison did that today. Yes. Sacrifice some of her time. She got here really early. Sacrifice your time at home. Sacrifice your money. We talked about that all the time. Speed the light. Tithes. Tithes. Those are important because we give money to the church to make this church awesome and have all the lights and all the sounds. And that's still a sacrifice when we give to tithes because we should do that. But it's little things as much as the big things is to sacrifice. So I have a question for all of you tonight, and this is going to be my altar call as well. But in a second, actually, Luke, before you play that, I want to say one thing. Luke is going to play a song. It's a song we all know. If you don't, you're going to hear it for tonight, and it's a really good song. It's a song called So Will I. It's a very popular song. And it says, the rocks cry out, so will I. And it says all these things that all these inanimate objects do because God created them, right? So God created us to do these things with these abilities, to sacrifice. So we need to be willing to say, so will I. We need to be willing to say, I will go. I will tell this person. I will give this much. I will sacrifice my time. I will sacrifice my talents. We need to be willing to do that. So the question is, are you willing to step out of your comfort zone to sacrifice, to see others come to know Jesus? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone so that not only you and your family and your friends get saved and get changed by Jesus, but to see others get changed by Jesus? Are you willing to help stop generational curses that could be happening in families or could happen in families through you sharing the word of Jesus? Are you willing to do that? Luke, you can play it. Are you willing to do that? That's the question. Are you willing to do that? So tonight the altars are open. You can make an altar at your seat, just find a corner or somewhere, just whatever you want to do. And ask God, are you willing? Ask God to change your heart. Ask God to say, ask God, what am I supposed to do? And then say, I'm willing.